Hello and welcome to my channel, Emma Jane's Garden. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, that would be great. Right, so today I am in prep for my Mother's Day. So I've got all these beautiful daffodils, absolutely stunning. I've got tulips, I've got more down here, some lovely tulips. So I am getting ready and I thought I might show you how I am doing my Mother's Day this year. So this year I've gone from being a hobby florist, I suppose you could call it, that's what my husband calls it, to being a full-time florist. So I've taken the decision to leave my job at the school and take on flowers full-time. So my main aim this year is to do less market bouquets and more events and funerals and weddings. So it's only me. So I've decided that I'm going to not go in for big scale weddings because I couldn't do a whole marquee wedding on my own, and I'm not big enough yet to be able to employ somebody. So I'm offering DIY buckets, which I've got here. This is the first one of the year. So this is my first wedding bucket of the year. So this is a spring wedding and she just wanted one bucket. She's doing the flowers herself. So in there is a range of pretty tulips. I love these. So when these open, they're completely doubles. They're absolutely beautiful. And then we've got daffodils, all these gorgeous daffodils here. Some of them smell amazing. And then we've got foliage. I've got eucalyptus and griselinia. I love the griselinia this time of year because it gives that real limey colour pop. Goes really nicely with the daffodils. So that's a DIY wedding bucket. So for Mother's Day, what I want to do is, because I've changed from doing hobby flowers to being, I need to make a profitable business. So what I need to do is have a formula for each of my bouquets. So my bouquets all have a formula, whereas before I've made them up to how they look beautiful, but sometimes I wasn't actually making any money on the bouquets because I just kept adding flowers. Oh, I'll just add a few more, just add a few more. And actually I was making, I always covered my costs, but sometimes I wasn't even making more than £2 on a bunch. So I've had to scale it and make sure that I still can make some amazingly beautiful bouquets, but I've had to use the florist formula of how I then make that into a profitable business. But that being said, I will still be growing my own flowers, so don't worry, I will take you along the journey of growing my own. Definitely don't want to go away from that, and I'm definitely not going away from the fact that I'm only selling British flowers as well. All my flowers are purchased from the UK, mainly from Cornwall, which is the area that I live in, which is really great actually because we have a different climate to the rest of the country. We get warm air a lot earlier than the rest of the country. So I've always got really useful florists and wholesales near me that I can get flowers from. So I'm going to set up and I'll show you how I set up my bouquets. Okay, so I know what I'm putting in my bouquets. So this is going to be the Mother's Day bouquet. So I've got 30 of my beautiful, all different shapes and sizes. They smell amazing. It smells lovely. Daffodils. Then I've got 9 tulips. These are the beautiful doubles. And then I've got one of my stocks purely for the smell because they smell absolutely amazing. And then for a bit of wow factor, I've got this, which is camellia, and these make actually amazing cut flowers. Not many people use them because they don't last a long time. Although I've had them in the garden, I pick them quite a lot because I live in Cornwall and they grow really well here. I have them in the in a vase for about 5 days and they do last. But a brilliant wow factor, and everyone always says wow. And these are Mother's Day bouquet, so they need to look great. I've got my griselinia with the lovely limey colour leaves. I've got some eucalyptus, different types of eucalyptus. And then I've also got some twiggies. I love twigs. Personally, I love twigs in my displays, especially this time of year. This is a little bit of twisted willow, and as you can see, like, it's just starting to come into leaf, but that's fine. I think this is, I don't know what this is, beech possibly, or birch, I'm not really sure. But this has these lovely little buds coming on it, so I love those as well. And I always have a little vase here, which is for any bits that break or any small bits. This is actually left over from a display that I made over a month ago, these twiggies and all this bit. So I'm keeping that, and any flowers that aren't any good to go into these, I'll put in the vase. I've also got a bucket down here. And I keep, and then that's mine. Because as florists, we never have enough flowers for ourselves because we make them for everyone else. And then it comes to the end of the day and you really can't be bothered. So if you put any odd bits, broken flowers or anything that you have into a little vase, you've always got something to take home with you. Another quick tip is always have a bucket for your scraps. So I've already taken all the bottom stems off all of this and they've gone in the bucket. So all I have to do now is take this and I go and put it on my compost heap. Less sweeping keeps the place tidier. Okay, so let's get on with making the bouquet. I will say these daffodils, some of them are a little bit further out than I would normally sell a bunch, a market bouquet or something else. Normally I would sell them like this. But as you can see, these are Mother's Day bouquets, and if you just got a bunch of those, you wouldn't be overly impressed, would you, on Mother's Day? A bunch of sticks. So some of them are going to be out and some of them will be like this. Other varieties like these two, you have to have them like this because they don't tend to open very well if you once they've been cut. So these are better off already like this anyway. So that's what I'll say about those, just as that's why they're so much more out than normally. Obviously tulips are at the right stage. They're going to open up lovely because they, as soon as they hit the warmth, they'll open up and look beautiful. Right, so I'm going to start making. I'm going to put him on the edge actually. I do sometimes start with that in the middle, but I think we'll start with a little bit of foliage in the middle as well. Just going to strip a few more stems off that one into the bucket. And the tulip, and we're going to use our spiral technique. Now what I will say is mixing other flowers with daffodils and narcissi, these can tend to make the other flowers die quicker, just because they have toxic sap. Now these I have had conditioning for over a day, nearly 2 days. So what I do is I've cut the bottom, I've put them into the water and they've conditioned like that. So now I shouldn't need to cut the bottom of these, which is great because I like the narcissi to stand higher than the other plants. Remember that the tulips will carry on growing. Tulips are one of the only flowers that carry on growing after they've been cut. So always make sure your tulips are sat further down than your narcissi. And then that way you won't have to cut the stem of the narcissi again either, which will release any more sap. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going, I love this creamy one, it's absolutely beautiful. And again, all of these flowers have come from the UK. So these beautiful tulips have come from Smith & Munson. Where are they? Lincolnshire. And I absolutely love them. It's the first time I've used them, but I know other people have used them quite a lot. And I just thought for this one, I needed quite a lot, and I know they sell them in wholesale in bulk, so that's where I got them. The narcissi, some of them are mine from my garden, and some of them are actually from a lovely local grower in the Tamar Valley, Cornish grower, who grows just daffodils and narcissi. That's all they do, and they are a brilliant wholesaler that I've just found, called the Tamar Packing Shed. So I'm just going to spiral all the way around. Just remembering to keep the narcissi as high as possible. Don't worry about the tulips being lower. Add your twigs to the middle and then they'll poke out top of your bouquet. Right, I'm going to get on with this because I'm pretty sure you've seen me make bouquets before, and I'll show you the end product. Okay, so that's the final arrangement. So I'm going to have, obviously they'll be wrapped. The stems aren't quite, I need to just snip the stems a little bit more just to make it stand up, but there we go. So you can see, and that's what it looks like. Just, and I absolutely love this great big camellia here, and there's lots of little buds as well. I think these colours, these pinks and these yellows and the lime from the Griselinia stuff just looks really, really pretty. So that's a lovely Mother's Day bouquet ready to go. All I need to do now is just wrap it up, and I'll be doing my deliveries tomorrow. So that's a few more bunches done. I've got another couple of buckets out in the shed already, so I've put them somewhere dark and cool to keep them, because I'm going to be wrapping these tomorrow and then delivering them. Absolutely gorgeous, they smell amazing. If you've enjoyed this video, just a quick video to show you what I'm doing and how I'm changing my business. If you liked the video and you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe and press the bell icon, and you will be updated when I do more videos. For now, have a lovely Mother's Day if you're in the UK. If not, watch this, and I'm sure Mother's Day is coming up in May in America. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.